one more thing. Still trying to get set up over here. Give me a sec. Hope everybody's doing good. All right. Let me plug in a microphone over here. Get sound a little better. Nah, never mind. Anyway, let me see. Yeah, did anybody see that the stream has already been demonetized? I took a picture of that on Facebook and put it up there. That's hilarious. So, working on a new setup. I'm gonna be using the phone as my primary camera, and then I'll be doing the videos on the Google Hangout and all that. So, it's going to do this thing. Hopefully everybody's having a good day. See Conan68, Steve Watson in the house. Boom Tendo, Fernando Freeman, Robert Humphrey, Three Hots in a Cot. What's up? Amanda FE, how you doing? Sly Steve in the house. Gartrell McKinney. Let me get this guy a wrench. I remember you from a previous stream, Gartrell. Appreciate you being here. Marcus Black. I got so drunk last night I felt the earth spinning. What? All right, Nemo. Ollie Rendon, my man Joey's in the house. Flat Earth Autopilot. Wolverine, what up, what up? TITRH, what's up? Mike W, I see you. Tyler Philby, what's happening? And Truth Seeker, what's happening? All right, let me see. So, it's been a kind of busy week. You know, there's been a couple things happen. Um, One thing I wanted to talk about briefly is I had an idea. One of the coolest things that we get as far as our arsenal in flat Earth is showing the flatness of the horizon. And I couldn't think of any horizon that would be flatter than, like an open ocean. You know what I mean? So I had an idea yesterday. I posted this on Facebook about uh, launching a balloon from somewhere in Hawaii. Because, I mean, the way that it would work out, launching a balloon up from, from Hawaii at that, at that position, one of those islands out in the middle of the ocean. All right, as the balloon climbs in altitude, gets up to 100,000 feet, and all you see is the flatness of the ocean. For 360 degrees. I was thinking about that balloon launch in Hawaii. I was like, we got to make that happen. Somebody facilitate. I'm just throwing ideas out there. But come on, think about how epic the footage would be of a balloon launch from Hawaii. So somebody on the Big Island, Oahu, Maui, I don't care. Somebody make it happen. Let's start working that thing out. Ali says he's in Oahu. That's tight. Hey, yeah, we need to figure this out. Get all the components that we would need to make this happen. We're gonna need the balloon. We're gonna need GPS tracker. We want to point the have something, a camera pointing upward. The camera maybe facing down, another camera facing outward. The weather balloon. We're gonna need to have someone put together the apparatus to secure all the cameras and all that. And then we're gonna have to have it prepared for the event that the balloon will end up out in the water. So I mean, it's a big project because it would have a whole lot of moving pieces to it. So somebody's going to have to be able to charter a boat and then go out to sea to find the thing, because you're going to have your cameras, you're going to have your GPS tracker, some way or another, like on that one video, to be able to send back the temperature, so you can monitor all that stuff, the air pressure, you know, and of course the elevation. So like all those things would need to be handled. I'm like, somebody, let's put together a GoFundMe for this project. Somebody's gonna have to charter a boat to make sure they can go out and get the thing. I mean, it's a sizable project, but it can be done. I mean, why not? So I just had that idea a couple days ago, and I just put that on Facebook, put it on Twitter, put it on Instagram, and just threw that out there. Hey, Miss Jones. Nordy, what's up? Another phase. What's happening? Hey, Carolyn. Yeah. So I was just looking at those things as a possibility and those details that would need to go in with that. So, all right, there it is. There it is. That's my idea, folks. Right there. Balloon launch, Hawaii somewhere. All right. So let's get into let's get into these videos real quick. All right. Gotta find a way to do this thing. Hold up, hold up. Trying to work this. Trying to work this situation to where I don't make any huge mistakes causing echo and all that. But here, let me just do this thing. All right. What screen? Hold on. It's not connecting. Screen share. My options. Google Hangouts. Okay, sure. Let me see if I'm presenting to everyone. No, not presenting anything. Stop that. Okay. Desktop, just show everything that's on the screen. Then we go over here. All right, so I'm trying to read the chat also. Did everybody see this? Did everybody see this particular video by this guy? I'm not going to be able to play the audio because it's going to pick up on my phone, so I'm not even going to try that right now. But this guy, he's supposedly out in space. Hold up. Yes, email. Got to text Vegan. He's gonna hop on. All right. But yeah, so this guy right here, he's supposed to be on the ISS, I suppose, or out in space somewheres. All right, and what he's saying is, well, sometimes out in space, you'll expect to redo the whole experiment of dropping the feather and the hammer, and then he's talking about this, and he supposed to be out here and he drops the card. The card falls at regular speed, and he says, "Sometimes you'll find a pocket of gravity." A pocket of gravity is what it's called. I put a link in the description so you can go back and watch this. But this just continues. It's like, what the heck do you mean a pocket of gravity? A pocket of gravity? I mean, just the idea of that. It's like how would you know where to find a pocket of gravity? Is that described anywhere in any of these textbooks as an actual thing where gravity? Okay, so here, let me pause it right here. Is that an actual thing where gravity is ineffective in one? It's like they're trying to cover their bases. Okay, for when we call them out on this nonsense. Okay, that's what's going on with this thing. So check this out. The thing that they pointed out here was this snake around his neck. All right, that's what NASA's about that snake, about the deception. You know what I mean? So I mean that's just as obvious as it gets, trying to deceive people. That's the forked tongue in the NASA logo. There's, I mean, just the word in Hebrew, NASA, to, all those words combined, and to lift up, but to deceive, to mislead. I mean, it all falls in liar, deceiver. That's NASA, and this guy, truth plain in sight, snake around his neck. So pockets of gravity. That's cute. That's real cute. So anyway, just wanted to cover that real quick. Give me a second. About to get this email back over to Vegan Warrior one more time. Okay. All right. So I just sent the link. But yeah, folks. Yeah, folks. That's it. Right there. A pocket of gravity. He was able to find that so handily. That was really cute. Um. This just goes back into that whole idea that you have to jump through these mental hoops to believe to believe this stuff that they put out. Like we've already seen the CGI glitches. We've seen where all the background stays the same, and then the astronauts they twist into these weird colors. We've seen the guy come around the corner and then he kind of fades out of the shot. We've seen that already. Okay, we've seen the harnesses, we've seen the wires, we've seen them trying to correct each other's wires and all that. They'll be in a one of those interviews, and one of them gets hung up in the wire, and then somebody will reach over and grab the wire to unhook it. We've all seen this stuff, and we've attempted to show these glow believers this stuff, but they just don't want to hear it, man. At some point you just gotta leave them alone because some people just don't want to hear it. Dust your shoes off. After you try to drop the truth with them, just dust your shoes off, get to stepping, keep it pushing on down the road, and you already planted the seed. It is what it is at this point. So, oh my goodness. All right. Says we got vegan warriors in the house. Hold on. What's up? I can't hear you, man. What's going on?
Yo, it was good. Can you hear me? I didn't mean to interrupt.
Oh no. I was just stalling, waiting for your input.
All right, cool. So good.
Shoot, man. So you seen that video going around this week where the astronauts out there, he's got the hammer, he's got the four of spades, and then he drops it at the same time. He lets go of both of them at the same time. The hammer stays suspended, and then the card falls, and he says, "Well, sometimes you can find a pocket of gravity." Have you seen that video?
Nah,
Oh man, look, I already closed out the
You
I
showed.
already closed out the window. Yeah. I showed it already, but man, it's like hold up. Let me pull this up again.
Right. Well, you know they
I,
did that before. They did it with a hammer and a feather.
yeah. That's what he was talking about. He was talking
Right.
about the hammer and the feather, but then but
But
then
card, you said
a, a card, and he had one playing card. He had the four of spades. He dropped he let go of them both at the same time, and the card fell, and the hammer stayed in the air.
man, you be making up stuff. You need to stop.
I'm not playing.
You be trying to
I'm,
make these people look bad, man. You need to stop.
I'm not playing, man. Hold up. Hold up.
No, I missed
Yes.
that one.
Yeah. Let me bring that up one more time. I want to get your reaction to this. Hold up. Because it's ridiculous.
That's
It's
crazy.
ridiculous. Let me try to play the audio on this thing.
Too
Hold
busy
on, hold
fighting
on.
with Joe Rogan. I missed that one.
Oh
My bad.
man, this is nuts. All right, here, let me okay, don't say anything. Don't
Okay,
say,
I'm
well, all right. Let me trying to get the audio thing together. Okay, so I'll bring it back over here. Wish me luck, folks. No, let me desktop. Yeah, bring that back up.
I mean, if it'd be easier on your system, I could pull mine. You give me the
Okay.
link.
Yeah, hold up. Let me try this.
I hear some squilling in the back. D, you still there? You muted yourself.
Yeah, I was trying to mute myself. Look,
Oh,
so look what he did here. It's
he's
talking
not
about
gravity.
a pocket of gravity, and then they're gonna show it again. But look, when they did it, they had to pause it real quick and then show this part. So then they do it again, does it again. Card falls at the same time, as if there's some explanation in the theory of gravity to account for this. This is this is what he's doing right now. but wait a minute. Check it out though. Check this part out. Boom. See it? See that?
Yeah.
Your boy's got a snake around his neck.
What the hell?
Right? See what I'm saying? They put this stuff right in front of us, man. This
What?
ridiculous. Huh?
What the hell is that?
I'm saying he just had a snake necklace. For real. Oh, like what are you doing, man?
Something. It looks like a cord he had under his shirt or something. Is it like his earpiece or something?
No, it was around his neck. God dang it. Anyway, look, it was just stuck around his neck. And yeah,
Wow.
man. Just a regular necklace, but a snake. Like for what?
Wow.
Yeah. Craziness.
Wow.
Craziness, man.
I don't know why they even try with the ISS stuff. That stuff be getting busted all the time. It's crazy.
Oh no, they're hooked on that stuff, man. They're hooked on it, man. You know, people gotta feed their space fantasies.
Yeah.
That's all that is. So, yeah, man. Pockets of gravity. You ever heard of that?
Is that something new that they saying is out there, or?
Yeah. Look, I think that's them just trying to cover their bases. Personally, you know, because I mean, we call them out on so much of this stuff. You know, the supposed paint flakes, but I mean, they're bubbles. I mean, just all the anomalies that we point out with the ISS. It sounds like they're just trying to put out already prepackaged explanation to you know, discard whatever we're talking about. You know?
Yeah. Yeah. So I thought gravity was a law, like the laws of gravity. Didn't they make it a law?
It, yeah, that's what they call it.
So
I'm thinking it's still a theory, but yeah, law. They call it
yeah,
that.
I mean, I think I've heard them refer to it as the gravitational law or something.
Yeah.
If it's a law, how can you have an exception to the rule? You know what I mean? Laws are concrete. You can't change a law. That's what mainstream science says.
These are facts.
So, pocket of gravity now defies gravitational theory or gravitational law. Is that what they're trying to say?
Pretty much, man. Pretty much.
All right. All righty then.
There are anomalies in the matrix uh, in dealing with this stuff, man. So that's what that's about.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. So yeah, that's all right. Let me see this. Let me see. Let me try to set this up one more time. Just one more time. Bear with me.
All right.
I want to move back to my original setup. Maybe risk it and use the phone as a backup. This audio situation is killing me. So everyone, please talk amongst yourselves. I'll be getting everything together in just a sec. Tell you what, it's starting to get chilly out here in the Pacific Northwest.
Really?
Oh man, woke up the other morning. That was like the first morning I was able to see my breath as soon as I woke up.
Right.
It was fantastic.
Well, how
fantastic,
did
man.
how did you do in the van last winter?
Oh, last winter was fine. Last winter was fine. I mean, this winter is gonna be fine too. There's one magic trick that I have. One special tool that I use.
What's that?
All right. Don't laugh.
A woman.
So how...
That's not the best tool you can find.
right. Second best,
Okay.
a hot water bottle.
Oh, hot water bottle? What? In your mattress or something?
Yeah, Well, I just put hot water in it and then like just put it like under my feet. Cause
Right.
I mean, if your feet are warm, then you're good.
Right.
So I just take the hot water bottle, throw it down by my feet.
Are
Put
you
the
in
water on the
are
stove.
you in a sleeping bag or you just in a regular bed?
Well, I'm saying I got a sleeping bag in here. I had a sleeping bag laid out, and then I just kind of zipped the sleeping bag up to turn into a regular bed.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm about to switch back to this actual sleeping bag now.
So you doing like we did in the army when we were out in the field? That what you
Yeah,
doing?
yeah, pretty much,
Yeah.
pretty much.
Okay.
All right, let
Yeah,
me
'cause your
see.
sleeping bag is like what you lay on, and when it get cold, you zip that bad boy up. You know what I mean?
Yep. All right, hold up. Let me switch over. All right. Oh, Okay. Let me turn this down. All right. Okay. And the output over here. All right, you good?
You good?
I heard a little echo.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you.
All right. All right, I'm gonna turn that all the way down.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I think this is backwards now. I'm gonna just quit messing with stuff.
Mhm.
All right. So anyway, go back to the primary over here. And I gotta mute that. Okay. All right. I think I'm good now.
Yeah, you straight.
Okay. Let me figure that out. Turn up the volume in my mic. Okay. Let me get this configured. Okay. So one more thing that I wanted to talk about was the situation with Kyrie, because people are coming back saying that Kyrie kind of backpedaled on Flat Earth, and I want us all to listen to the conversation that he had during that interview, and so we can kind of make our own assessment as to whether or not that's really what happened. Because people were like, "Oh, Kyrie backed out," and to me, I kind of said something different. But here, let me quit messing around. All right, so let me share the screen. All right.
I mean, if he did, we know why. You know what I mean? They put pressure on him.
Irving and the Celtics have kicked off preseason activity, and with a new season comes a clean slate, which means Kyrie has the chance to rethink his flat Earth theory.
You said you're joking, and then you weren't joking. Which is it? Which side are you on? Well, I mean, hopefully after this, I'm done answering. Good. Yeah, let's clear it up for good. You never have to be asked again. You were going to ask me regardless, but I think the like what you say, what you do, and how you mean it. At the time, I was like huge into conspiracies. Everybody's been there. Everybody's been there. Like, yo, what's going on with our world? Like you click the YouTube click and it goes like how deep the rabbit hole goes. It's like, yo, you start telling all your friends like, yo, did you see that? Watch this. I'm telling you, it was, at the time, it was like, you're like innocent in it, but you realize the effect of the power of voice, and even if you believe in that, it's like we just, I don't come out and say that stuff. That's for intimate conversations, because perception, when I perceive, it just changes. Like, no, I'm actually a smart ass individual. Like, no, it's just like, so it's not like like I was coming around saying that. So it was like at the time, just didn't realize the effect, and I was definitely at that time like, I'm a big conspiracy theorist. You can't tell me anything. Right. So I'm sorry about all that, for all the science teachers, everybody coming up, like, I gotta reteach my whole curriculum. I'm sorry. I apologize.
So does he still think the world is flat?
He didn't answer that part of the question.
I
He
don't-
just apologized for
saying.
talking about it. He at no point said, I'm glad the school teachers came up. Oh, listen, you're messing up my curriculum. Or you're screwing with what I'm teaching the students. Actually, what I'm teaching the students, you're making me out to be a liar. Listen, and by the way, I'm into conspiracy theories. You want to talk to me about JFK? I'm down for that. Get a couple drinks into me. I might even have some hot takes on the moon landing. But the shape of the Earth is not a conspiracy. It's not a theory. It's not a conspiracy. It's a provable fact. Kyrie had some quotes in this Forbes conference. There's another one where he says in 20 or 30 years he'll be living on 800 acres in Texas, living in a self-sustaining community with no power. All this technology is, quote, just killing me, man. I mean, man.
I still just want to know if he thinks the Earth is flat. I don't want to go into another whole season watching him.
Kyrie, man.
Kyrie, he doesn't fully know.
This is why Celtics fans, when he says, I love playing here, why would I ever leave? I take it with a little grain of salt. My man's got some takes on things. He's still a hell of basketball.
No doubt.
Okay. No, let's just concentrate on his basketball, because everything else
is a little questionable.
can't explain.
All right, let's get back to football. Monday Night Football, in fact.
Okay, hold on. So there was another part that went on with that. Okay, in addition to Kyrie Irving making his talk about that, having what he had to say about it, Paul Pierce also had something to say on another segment. Whereas Kyrie sounded like he didn't deny flat, but it was more like he was just apologizing for the repercussions of what happened because he came out with it. But this is them covering the same situation.
Kyrie Irving apologized for his flat Earth conspiracy theory remarks from last season at an event yesterday. Take a listen. I thought this was very cool for Kyrie. Listen, it's good.
It changes. Like, no, I'm actually a smart individual. Like, no, it's just like, so it's not like I was coming out and saying that. So it was like at the time, just didn't realize the effect. And I was definitely at that time. Like, I'm a big conspiracy theorist. You can't tell me anything. Right. So I'm sorry about all that. For all the science teachers, everybody coming up to me like, I gotta reteach my whole curriculum. I'm sorry. I apologize.
You don't
apologize.
First, okay, we're gonna get to you. There's a great moment a little bit before that clip where he was just like, "You've all been there. You've all been into conspiracy rabbit holes on YouTube." I thought it was very funny. I like how human he was in that moment. I like that he apologized. Shout out to science teachers. All right, Paul.
I apologize when the Earth is flat.
Paul Pierce.
Everybody knows this. Everyone knows this.
Everyone does not.
It takes me.
We live in a time where people
The Earth is
saying
flat.
that the truth is
If
not
I
the
get on
truth
an
is a problem.
airplane
Can you please
and
show
I
him
fly
if he's
across the
making a
country, if the
demonstration?
Earth is spinning, it shouldn't take me that long, right? It shouldn't take me 12 hours to fly to China if the Earth is spinning.
How
I should
long
go straight up in the air,
Mhm.
and if the Earth is moving on its axis, I should just land in China.
Let me ask you a
in less than
question.
an hour.
I'm going to indulge this. How long?
I mean,
how long? And a day is 24 hours, right?
a day, so we say.
How long do you think it takes to go from day to night? About 12 hours?
If I take off, I should be able to get to Russia in 1 hour if the Earth is moving 1,000 miles per hour.
Look, producer Danny is moving on without you. This is our League Pass game of the night. We will educate Paul after the show. Grizzlies Rockets, Melo making his debut.
See, there she goes. That we'll have to educate him after the after the segment. You know what I mean? We got to go educate him, insinuating that we have absolutely no idea what we're talking about at any point.
Well, the guy that was talking, he was just mocking Flat Earth. He wasn't serious. The guy with the piece of paper in the pen.
Paul Pierce?
Yeah, he was just mocking Flat Earth. He wasn't.
Are you sure?
Have you ever heard him speak of flat Earth before?
No, not. I'm saying he might be new.
Okay.
He might be new.
Well,
and that might be his best explanation at this point.
Let me put it to you this way.
Okay.
All those guys are cowards. Every last one of them. Shaq, B.O.B., and I know you like B.O.B., Kyrie, Irving, they're all cowards. You know why I want to say that? Number one, if they go against mainstream, they can lose their careers, right? And I think that's pretty obvious. What makes them cowards and why I don't think that they're real, they don't deal with us. The day I see B.O.B. on a live stream with us, then I'll believe he's a real flat earther. The day I see Tilla Canilla, whatever her damn name is, then I'll believe.
Right.
Any of these folks talking flat earth and they're not talking to the flat earth community, I think they're all shills. And they're all shills because they're not truly engaging the flat earth community. And because you got to think about this, they got to go against mainstream. Why would they do it by themselves? If they're truly flat earthers and they know the truth, if they're going to put up a fight by speaking out, they're going to need our community behind them to push push this into a serious discussion. If they try to do it by themselves, they'll never win.
I see your point.
So from my point of view, if they fear talking to us, they're not real. They're not real. They can say they believe in flat Earth, but it don't mean anything because their celebrity isn't igniting our community. I don't think it's igniting our community because they have no real interaction with us. The other day, I watched Dell from Beyond the Curve, Eric Dubé, and Eddie Bravo was all on a live stream.
I saw that.
Eddie Bravo actually engages the flat Earth community.
True story.
I can't deny him. But I can deny all these other people because they don't engage us. And the reason they don't engage us is because they're cowards. They're afraid that their wealth is going to get pulled away. Now, if their wealth gets pulled away, that's an indicator that they being targeted, which they can actually spin that to bring the discussion even closer to flat Earth, in my opinion. That's just how I feel about it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I mean, anybody can get on TV and say, I'm a flat earther, and then apologize to scientists, apologize to science teachers. Why would you ever do that if you truly believe in flat Earth? It makes sense.
Well, the way that Kyrie put it,
go ahead.
It sounded like he was apologizing for the result of having come out with flat Earth. Because he didn't apologize. He didn't say if the Earth is a globe. He spoke about your voice, the influence you have, and the reach that you have, and how you have to be careful about that. And I think that was what he was apologizing for, because he was talking about what happened as a result of him coming out with that, with teachers coming back to him saying, "Hey, I have to change my whole curriculum out here." I'm hearing an echo, so it's throwing me off. But yeah, that's what I'm thinking is going on with that.
Well, I mean, you need to apologize to everybody that you ever told that you were a flat earther. Don't make sense, right? Why would a celebrity apologize for something he truly believes in? The only time you apologize for something when you don't truly believe in it, or if you're wrong. Does Kyrie Irving feel like he was wrong for sharing truth? If he does, he's a coward.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, because as a result of sharing the truth,
people
of course, there's going to be
money over the truth.
Hmm.
I mean, I could be a billionaire. I'm gonna tell you exactly what I think, and I'm not gonna apologize for my thoughts. Why would you ever apologize for what you believe in? He doesn't believe in it.
Out there, then of course you want the system to change to some degree.
Well, you can't change the system by flip-flopping or giving the impression that you said something that was inaccurate. So all you do is you put the system back in place. Now they can say Kyrie Irving really is not sure if the earth is flat or not. So now there's doubt. And when there's doubt, the status quo stays in place. That's how it is. I mean, you got to stop being a coward. That's literally a coward. Let me change the wording so people can be a little more comfortable with the wording. He lacks moral courage. Moral courage. It's one thing to have physical courage. It's another thing to have moral courage. If you truly believe something, you stick to your guns no matter what people think. That's called moral courage.
Right.
You know? And if he doesn't know if the earth is flat, and he thinks there's a possibility that it's a sphere or whatever the case, he just needs to say that. But he didn't say that. He came out and he said the earth is flat. I've researched it. I've looked at it. This is how I know the earth is flat. He's had numerous interviews where he stuck to his guns. All of a sudden, he wants to apologize and backpedal. Well, that's probably because his publicist told him to do that. So now his career is more important than him expressing his truth. That's a coward. No matter how you look at it, you can spin it any way you want. See, people think just because there's money involved, oh, now I got to be quiet. Nah, you're a coward. It's that simple. You know, how much money can a man make anyway? Right now, if Kyrie Irving stopped playing basketball, he'll have more money than me, you, and probably maybe 100 people watching this show right now.
Yeah, that's true.
So, I mean, if it's that damaging, maybe it's time for him to reinvest his money into something else. And you know, I mean, I'm sorry, I just don't think money trumps truth. Celebrity doesn't trump truth. Nothing trumps truth. I believe truth is of God. That's just my opinion. You know, but that's just me.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with that. I mean, and you know, okay, you got me thinking about that one.
Well, think about it. DOB for over a year now. Has he attended any meetups? Has he sponsored anything? Has he put any investment in the community? I mean, if you're going to be a leader and a celebrity, why wouldn't you embrace the community that you say you're a part of?
This is true.
At some point, they got to put. True. And I still beg to differ. Is he that hot? Is he like, will his career fall apart if he stepped out and did something proactive with Flat Earth? I mean,
I don't think so.
Is he that relevant still?
I don't think that. Honestly, I don't think his fan base would be too upset if he did get more involved in Flat Earth. I think, of course, that would cause more people to look into it. So,
yeah,
I see it as more publicity. Is, you know, a win's a win at this point.
Well, yeah. I mean, I think we got to look at our goals. You know, is our goal to spread truth despite opposition, or is our goal to spread truth until the opposition gets mad? You know. Yeah, I don't care about the opposition. I don't care how many people get mad. I'm telling you, I've lost jobs talking about 9/11. Good jobs, $80,000, $90,000 a year job. I lost because I was talking about 9/11 in 2001 being an inside job.
Man.
And I was like, okay, well, if y'all don't want me here, I'm out. Got another $80,000-$90,000 a year job. So I mean, it does not. You got to draw the line with your morality. Your morality is like certain things you won't do, no matter how much money is involved. And in my case, I'm not gonna ever accept things that are untruthful, despite what the stakes are. You know, I'm just not going. I'm not that type of person. I made that decision a long time ago. I'm always going to be my own man. You know, so either they like me and they want to work with me and accept that I'm an independent thinking person, or I can go somewhere else. You know, that's just how it is with me.
And that brings me to something else I want to talk to you about, the censorship that goes on YouTube. Like, we need to, as a whole, just kind of shut YouTube down. Like, we need to hop over to something else, some other platform. I mean, phase off of YouTube, but at some point just leave YouTube in the realm of like MySpace, you know, where I remember we were all on that at one point, and then we're just off to something else, you know, because the control, the censorship, I get people coming to me all the time saying that they had to resubscribe, that they're not getting notifications, that they didn't see that I was going live. They got unsubscribed again, you know, and I've gone on to Social Blade. I've gone on to Social Blade by myself a few times, and I've just left it running in the back window. And there's a live subscriber counter. I saw this done by this guy, Brian. He has a channel, High Impact Flicks, and did a screenshot, not a screenshot, like a video capture on my phone of the numbers. It's like one subscriber comes up and then another one, and then it'll just like tick up. There was one point when I stretched out the timeline, the line was like that. It like went up and down like 30 different times. Like 2 people subscribed here, and then 2 were unsubscribed. And then 2 subscribed here, 2 were unsubscribed, 1 subscribed, 1 unsubscribed. It's like it was 1 for 1 for a little while. And I'm like, what happened? You know? So it's wild, man. So at some point we need to just move over to something else and just kind of leave YouTube in the background, because we already know that they're tied into the cabal, they're tied into the Jesuits, the Silicon Valley people who are pushing the agenda with the transhumanism, the feminism, the whole left-leaning mentality of the political theater. So, you know, we just need to move on. And I was looking at something today. They were talking about they're starting a maybe sometime next year some sort of truth channel, but it needs funding. And there was one guy said he was in touch with like a couple of billionaires came on and talked to him. Now it was like the X-22 report, something like that, and I can't remember the name of the guy that was talking, but he was in touch with John McAfee, that you know, digital security expert, like McAfee software for, you know, computer security, you know. That guy. But yeah, he said a couple billionaires approached him, and they were talking about setting up like a truth channel where you can talk about anything on here, and it'll be backed by like Patreon or BitChute. And I mean, you can even talk about Sandy Hook on there. You know?
Right. Well, I agree. You know me. I'm big anti-censorship guy. You know, I don't believe we should ever censor anybody. You know, as long as it's not hurting anybody, people can say what they want. But let's put it into perspective. Why are we on YouTube? We're on YouTube because this is where the people are. So whatever platforms we create, or whatever platforms they are, the people have to be there. So
Yeah.
if our objective is to put out a message and to express the ideas of flat Earth, in particular, or the truth, we got to go where the people are. You know, it's the only way we're going to really be effective.
Right.
We can create communities, you know, and once people, you know, start waking up and those places can grow, that's cool. But the only reason I'm on YouTube is because this is where everyone is.
Pretty much.
You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
it's not that I'm looking for making money or anything like that. I figure I could touch the largest amount of people where the highest concentration of people are.
True story.
So, yeah, I agree with you. But let me say on a positive note, I just put out a video. You know, I told you I was going to war with Joe Rogan again because he mentioned my name in a Netflix stand-up he did. His newest one.
Really?
Yeah, he's talking shit about the vegan warrior.
Turn it on. Turn it on. Bring it
Yeah,
up for the people.
it's on. What's on Netflix?
Oh, it's true.
I don't know.
I'm like, you got a snippet.
Yeah, it's on my video. It's on my video that I put out. But my response to him wasn't me talking. The last time he said something about me, I just came at his grill for like 2 hours, right? I said, no, I ain't gonna do it that way. I'm just gonna use truth because now he's using my name in context to discredit veganism, right? And I ain't gonna talk about veganism. I told you I'll never talk about it on your channel again. But he, so he's like the vegan warrior and all this other shit, right? Oh, stuff. I'm sorry. I always lose one.
It's okay. It's okay.
All right. So he basically was saying that vegans are nothing but gangs, you know, like thugs going around bullying people, whatever. So I responded with some Slaughterhouse videos. Some Slaughterhouse videos showing him how you get your food to your plate, basically. And I'm playing in the background, what he's saying about me, I'm playing it in the background, but I'm also showing him Slaughterhouse videos. So that was my response to video to him, right? At least the first one. I got about 5 more lined up.
Yeah.
So when I first did the video, this is the reason I brought it up. When I first did the video, YouTube blocked it. Like within an hour, they shut it down. They said, whatever, right?
Yeah.
I challenged it, right? And the way I challenged it was, I said, what I am showing is the standard practices that occur within a slaughterhouse. And that's what I sent to him. Within 24 hours, YouTube came back and said, you know what? You're right. We can't block this video. And they unblocked the video, and now it's on my channel.
Nice.
But what they did was they put an age restriction on it. You know, they said kids can't see where their food comes from. You know?
Basically.
Yeah. That's
exactly what I was thinking when you said it.
Right. So I actually had to compliment the way YouTube handled that. That's the first compliment I've ever given YouTube since Google bought YouTube. So I was like, wow, you actually realize, and they said it. I got an email that showed where they said they were wrong. We sorry for blocking your video, the whole nut. And they let it come back. Yeah, it was crazy. Well, anyway, wherever the people are, that's where we got to go to take the truth. I mean, that's just how it is. Now, can we start trying to get people to leave? Yeah, we could try. But they got to want to leave. You know, YouTube made it so easy.
I know.
So wherever we take them, it's gonna have to be way better than YouTube.
Yeah. Yeah. That's basically why I'm still on Facebook. That's why I'm on Instagram.
Because I've left YouTube. No, I've never left YouTube, but I've deleted channels on YouTube. But I've left Facebook at least 4 times and went back.
Yep.
I've deleted my account 4 times for Facebook. You know,
That's
and
real.
Then I realized that's where the people are. You know, your family members, everybody. I'm like, damn. Let me go back and I'll keep the account up just to talk to those individuals. You know, and you crazy. And you know what's crazy? When I deleted my Facebook account, I had people saying that they thought I died. Yeah. What? I had people saying that they thought I died because they couldn't find me on Facebook because I deleted my account. I was like, died? I mean, just because you don't see me on Facebook, why don't you just call me? Like, you know, like old school friends from high school and stuff like that. So, well, we didn't find you on Facebook. We figured something happened to you. I'm like, what? But people associate that, this whole social media stuff, with you personally. That's how the programming is. It's crazy. You still there? You look frozen. D, can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
It's just I lost signal on the laptop. See, this is why I got the backup over here. See, that's what I'm talking about. So.
All right, let me shut up so you can get back to your stuff.
Oh no, it's all good. I'm just over here
Well, I
trying
don't mean
to
to
get
be
this thing
talking about your boys because I know you like Kyrie. I know you like B.O.B. And it ain't that I don't like them. I like them. I just think that they coming at this game wrong. Right, I mean, can you imagine? Can you imagine if Flat Earth actually had the celebrities engaged with us?
Yeah.
Could you imagine that? You know what I mean? Now it's be like, hold up. Now you'll have people coming to our live streams. You'll have people, wanting to hear Kyrie on a live stream conversing with me and you or somebody else. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, that'd be dope.
Now you got globe earthers listening to him actually talk about it publicly, not this whole media contrived stuff. But they're not doing it because I think a lot of their publicists ain't gonna let them do it.
That's a fact.
Well.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt, man.
So I'm not dissing your boys. I just think they could do more.
You're right.
Yeah.
now that you mentioned it, yeah, you're right. They could do more. Hold on. Put it that way. Because that would go viral. That would go viral every time. There will be so many people tuned in. What if we announced that we were about to have B.O.B. on a live stream like next Wednesday?
Yep.
Man. Yep. Like how many thousands of people would be on this stream while we just sitting here like, all right, man, break it down. What do you really believe?
Secular Flat Earth brought up that what I said earlier about Eddie Bravo. Eddie Bravo's engaged in the Flat Earth.
Yeah.
He's in bed with us. You know what I mean? These other guys, they're not in bed.
Yeah.
Too busy worrying about
celebrity.
All they worry about is celebrity.
You're right. I've seen Eddie Bravo. Eddie Bravo did an interview with Jaren, didn't he?
I believe so.
Yeah. I'm 98% sure he was on with Jaren. He was driving somewhere while he was doing the interview, but he did make time to speak with Jaren, man. So he's talking to Jaren. He's talking with Eric Dubé, Dell and the gang. So, he's actually in. That's cool. But then again, there's folks saying that he's a Satanist, something like that. I don't know. He might
admitted to being a Satanist. He admitted to at one point he was into that satanic music and all that craziness that these young kids be doing in high school, where they wear all the black and their fingernails are black, all that BS.
Right,
Yeah.
listening to speed metal and whatnot.
Yeah, he admitted to all that.
Yeah.
So I mean, a lot of these folks ain't gonna come in like our traditional flat earth. Like a lot of our flat earthers are religious and Bible believers and stuff like that. A lot of these people. But think about it. The flat Earth is the same for the Satanists, the Christians, the Buddhists. We all got a flat Earth. I mean, no matter how you look at it. Now, I ain't saying we gotta like them and we gotta partner with them, but we all experience the Earth the same way. That's just how it is.
That's a fact.
I'm not saying let's go get the Satanists to be down with flat Earth. Hell no. You know what I mean? But
right.
Because I think the Satanists are actually down with the Illuminati too. So I think they're part of all that, But yeah, everybody experienced the Earth the same way. Not saying that Eddie Bravo was a Satanist. I think he said he did it when he was a kid. I don't think he's still involved in it, but that'd be a question we should ask him next time we get him on live stream.
Oh yeah. Most definitely. Most definitely.
I do.
I mean, I would send that over to like Eric Dubé, but he doesn't respond to anything I send him.
Yeah. Eric, you know what? I mean, listening to Eric Dubé the other day when he was on Dell's channel, he don't trust nobody. He don't trust nobody.
Nobody.
I think a lot of it has to do with, I think early on he felt like he got screwed by some people. And he just doesn't trust anybody. He's responded to some of my stuff, but I've never had an actual conversation with him. I've had he's responded to some comments that I put up. He's commented on some of my videos, stuff like that. But I've never had a conversation with him. I would love to talk to Eric Dubé, but I don't think he trusts anybody. So, and someone in the chat said Eric Dubé doesn't know Jesus. Is Eric Dubé an atheist?
I don't know.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know.
I mean, people come in different flavors, man. I mean, that's on them. But the Earth is flat, bro. I don't give a damn what you believe. The Earth is flat.
Right.
So,
like that's not on me to determine what he believes. He says he's into the New Age. Well, like the meditation, yoga, and all that stuff. Be that as it may.
Yeah, kind of. Well, a lot of that stuff comes from. It's not new. Meditation and yoga and all that. That's some of that's older than Christianity.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the Buddhist faith and all that. The Taoism and all that. That stuff is older than Christianity. I don't know if he's into that, but he's in Thailand, right? So he's probably doing that kind of stuff.
Yeah, he's in Thailand.
Yeah. But again, I see religion as personal. I really do. That's between you and your God and your congregation or whatever. Flat Earth is universal. It's everybody.
Yeah. Well, he's non-messianic. He does believe in a creator for sure. But
who you talking about, Eric Dubé?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm still reading in the chat. I'm reading over there and I'm thinking at the same. I'm trying to adjust this laptop at the same time. But yeah.
In the chat?
Yeah. That's one of those things that I try to set up here in this whole situation. I'm like, okay, I got the laptop over here. I'm trying to stay plugged in to the phone over there.
Yeah.
And keep the chat up so I can still, see what's going on over there. Also like to thank everybody for hanging out with us for this fifth episode. So did you get a presidential alert the other day?
Oh Lord, yes. And it's crazy. I didn't know what it was when I got it. Yeah, I got one.
Well,
my daughter.
What you think about that?
It sounds like a setup. And I'm mad at myself because I didn't know about it before it happened. The reason why I say it's a setup, when you acknowledge it, it should be. It probably took a picture of you for facial recognition, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I heard somebody after it happened. I did some research, not research, but I looked to see what people were saying. That was one good point that came out because you had to acknowledge it. And when you acknowledge your phone, you have to look at your phone.
Yeah.
It's possible that they got facial recognitions off of everyone who acknowledged it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. Oh man.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
They got
us. Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing. As far as them having these buildings in these different cities, man, and then we've already heard about these facilities where they're collecting all this data on all of us.
Oh yeah.
And this is one of those emergency preparedness. Sorry about that. Type situations.
Right.
Emergency preparedness. So, do you remember a point when you were in the Army and you all trained for something that likely wasn't going to happen?
Right.
Didn't you always train for the inevitable?
Yep. Yep. I used to always think all the scenarios were stupid and ridiculous. I was like, really? Really? The Russians going to come get us? Really?
Right.
Yeah, it was always silly stuff. I mean, well, in the 90s, we were training for terrorism in the 90s, which was kind of ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
And then, boom, 9/11.
Man, sounds like some predictive programming. I don't like it. I don't like it, man. That was weird. I saw a bunch of people putting the pictures up, doing screenshots, putting those on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram, and all that. So on this little iPhone, this thing wasn't even connected. I was in like this secure room doing an inventory when I had this thing in my pocket, and then it buzzes. I look down, I'm like, presidential alert. I look at it. It says no service. I wasn't close. This wasn't on Wi-Fi. You know what I'm saying? Like what happened?
Oh wow.
What do you mean? Yeah. This wasn't even on Wi-Fi, and it still got the alert at like 11:18. Yeah, man.
Cell alert. So they did it through the cell tower.
Oh yeah, I guess so. Look, here it is. 11:10. Hold up, let me see if I don't want to have y'all see everything on that screen. Hold up. Yeah, man, here it is. 11:20. The presidential alert. Right there. Hold up. Nah. Back it up. No, not gonna work. Whatever. Kind of bright, but
yeah.
They know where we are, people, and they can reach us whether or not we're connected, whether or not we're on the network. Chances are.
This article I read, it was like they said that somehow they were able to take pictures of everyone who acknowledged their phone, right? And those that facial recognition goes into a database. And basically they're teaching the AI who every single person is.
and what they're into.
Right.
It's like that social credit system that they have set up in China.
Right.
Where along the lines of your political affiliation, the places that you go, the things that you watch on YouTube, what music you listen to. It's like they have this setup of social credits to where if you're deemed a good citizen, you get these perks and all that.
Really?
But yeah, China's setting this thing up. It's like yeah, look it up. The social crediting system is craziness. It's like for social control. You know what I mean? It's some strange stuff is going on. Some dystopian nightmare type scenarios are all rolling out with the advancements in AI and nanotechnology, the 5G grid rolling out, the robots. It's like robotics is advancing in leaps and bounds year after year.
Mhm.
And I saw a video on Stranger Than Fiction News,
Mhm.
and there was a robot that they made in Japan that's able to hang up drywall.
Really?
Yeah. Like, I mean, they just got the stack of boards over here. The robot walks over there and like kicks the board over, grabs the thing, picks it up, walks it back over here, puts it on the board, like nails it in real quick. It was craziness. But the advancements in robotics that way is gonna cost so many jobs. Like there's gonna be so many service industry jobs. Because think about this. The self-driving cars, let's think about at like Jack in the Box, McDonald's and all that. You got a kiosk or a machine that people are going to be able to just go to, punch in the numbers, swipe their card at the machine, place their order at the machine, and then just wait at the table, and then somebody just comes out and serves their food to them. Like you don't even have to interact with the cashier anymore. You just walk in. Okay, the machine. Boop, 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 boop. All right, I want a large this. I want a super size. This is the kind of drink I want. Yep, slide the card. Or worse yet, my microchip, what they're inching towards too, and in the under the guise of convenience, because people are innately just lazy. It's human nature to take the path of least resistance. And the path of least resistance is going to be presented to us as this little bitty chip that we'll be able to put in our wrist, and it'll have our medical information. It'll have our banking information, our personal stuff. So if we get into it, I mean, we'll be able to open rooms with it. We'll be able to connect our smartphones and devices to it. Like your house won't open unless it reads the chip that's in your wrist. And they're going to sell that as this perfect thing that's going to encompass all aspects of life to make things so easy.
Right.
And people are going to demand it.
Yeah. They're demanding it now. Smart homes and all that stuff.
Yeah, man.
So, well, let's go down that rabbit hole.
All right.
What's the end state? Is the end state is to reduce the population to a much easier controllable number, eliminate all the borders, one world order government, where the robots do the majority of the work. What would the human beings be doing?
Well,
have you considered that?
I'm thinking that they're going to go through some way or another, or attempt to, with that whole Georgia Guidestones plan. Reduce the population, keep it somewhere around 500 million, something like that. So if they can reduce the population that much, those that they would prefer to be left would be the type of citizens that we're not. The type that will just continue on in this corrupt society, feeding into the system and not being a glitch in the matrix, not speaking truth to power, not investigating deeply beyond the stories that were given by the mainstream.
Mm.
They want us to be obedient and compliant and not kick back against anything that's going on. And in this world, everything goes. Like there's going to be, they're already pushing towards it. Like we've talked about this. We talked about the Vatican and how these priests came forward saying, "Oh, I told the Pope a while ago this guy was bad news," and instead he makes him one of his closest advisors. We saw the thing in Pennsylvania where so many people called into this hotline to report that they had been molested by these priests. We've seen these things just being normalized. We've seen how the pedophiles are trying to fall under that whole LGBTQ and add a P for pedosexual, because they're trying to make pedophilia a sexual preference as opposed to a mental disorder. And they're trying to normalize this stuff. So beyond that, it's like these other atrocities they're trying to normalize. I mean, bestiality will follow shortly after that, you know, and they're going to try to make people look bad or feel bad for speaking out against this, calling you a pedophobe.
Wow.
Well, it's not normal for a 45-year-old man to want to be with a 2-year-old. There's something wrong with that. That's not normal. So it's going to be people who are going to speak out against that.
Yeah.
But those people would likely be subverted, suppressed. In that future, it would be more governed by emotion.
Right.
So,
this is what I want to ask. If we think that's their agenda, don't they already do that now?
They already do that.
What is it that they can't do that the public is stopping them from doing? I mean, because they're doing the pedophilia now. They got people thinking drag queens and transgenders is okay. They got us. We're kind of sheep now. So why would they take it? I mean, the public is stopping the controllers from doing what? That's my question. What would we not tolerate? And I can't answer that, because when they started making it okay to be with children and to bomb innocent civilians and stuff like that, I can't think of something that they can't get away with. Can you?
I think it's just a matter of whatever it is that the people all together would decide that we will not stand for is so taboo, so unimaginable to the general public, that it would have to come out without a shadow of a doubt. Like, it would have to be concrete proof, just as clear as day to everybody, and it would have to be broadcast to everybody some way or another to where everybody's able to see it. Hence the suppression of information that we deal with from these major platforms. But whatever it is would have to be broadcast so widely that so many people woke up and decided that's it. You people cannot be in charge anymore. You simply cannot control anything anymore. You are unfit. You have proven yourselves to be absolutely unworthy of our trust. and devotion the way that it has existed thus far. So we have to roll these bastards out into the streets and hang them from something high. It would have to be something like that to just piss off everybody at the same time, or it's probably just not going to happen.
I mean, outside of a Holocaust, an overt type of Holocaust, I mean, they kind of already doing it. I mean, dude, every war that we've been in, the people have been against it since, which one did we want? Well, they wanted 9/11, the Afghanistan.
Yeah.
We were behind them on that one. But when you start looking at the wars, nobody wanted to go to Korea. Nobody wanted to go to Vietnam. Nobody wanted to go. And the people, I think, ended Vietnam. I mean, it was so much protest that they had to literally withdraw troops because it was that serious. But outside of that, you know, I can't think of what they can't do. That the people will either say they don't want it and they still let them do it. I mean, what would create a real revolution in this country? And I haven't been able to figure it out. Like, what would it take for revolution to occur where literally those in power would be dragged into the streets? And I don't know. I don't know what that would have. It would have to be something that would be dramatic, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't think of what would cause it. See, the problem is even though we got a slave system, you got people who are living a good slave life, right?
Right.
They're making $100,000 a year, $200,000 a year, and they're hardcore slaves, but they feel like they're okay because the guy down here only making $20,000 or $30,000, $40,000, $50,000. They're making $150,000. Oh, I'm doing good. I'm high off the hog, you know. So it's kind of like what some people enjoy their enslavement. You know what I mean? Because they benefit from it. And I think that's what they bank on. They bank on, you know, despite what anybody wants to believe, America is probably the richest country in the world, you know, as far as per capita based on the number of people we have here and all that. And you have more people that's doing well here in the United States, let's compare it to, let's say, Brazil, you know, or Africa or Haiti. You know what I mean? Can you imagine living in Haiti and being a Haitian and the wealth disparity that they have there compared to what we got here? So, in the scheme of things, they make us look like we're the promised land. So that's why you have people all over the world who want to come to the United States because it appears that we're not slaves when really we are. we're just slaves who have been taken care of a little better than some other places around the world.
Right. Because we've been out screwing over everybody else, basically.
We've been stealing natural resources for a long time and enslaving a whole bunch of people all over the world, right? So it's like you got people more focused on each other than those who are actually calling the shots. Those who are calling the shots, we don't even know who the hell they are. Dude, you cannot find out who controls the Federal Reserve. You don't know. It's not public knowledge.
Yeah, it's not just Janet Yellen. So, it's not just Janet Yellen. It's not Ben Bernanke.
Bernanke and those guys are just figureheads.
Yeah, there's somebody pulling their strings for sure.
He will not tell you who controls the federal. The people that control the printing of the U.S. dollar is unknown. So if you did get pissed, the only people you can really ever go after is their figureheads.
Yeah.
The president is just figurehead. You know?
You're right.
we could say, okay, we're gonna go get the Rockefellers and the Rothschilds and all them, but it's probably people behind them.
Yeah, people, and then people behind them. Who knows?
Exactly, because
man,
I say if we can call out their name, we probably don't have the right person. We just have a layer. I think they're insulated.
Right, because Dr. Claw is going to be way behind the curtain, calling the shots from way back there.
Insulated, because they know they bleed just like we do.
Right.
So, their lies and deception, they got to insulate themselves with figureheads in front of them. And then you got people that take on that responsibility. You know, like the president of the United States. He takes on the responsibility as if he is the government, when really he's not. Those who put him in office is the government. So he's just the figurehead. So
dang, man.
If you just take out the president, that don't mean you're taking out the system. The system is deeper than the president. You know?
Yeah. Shoot. Thought we had a plan. Thought we were on the way somewhere.
I mean, I think
because you did just point out that all we can do at this point is just string up the puppets that are out in the open. That not the people that are controlling them. We can't get to the root of the problem because we can't find the daggone roots. Dang it, vegan.
My approach, and I took this on a while ago about I actually called the Alex Jones show back in 2004 or 5. I called this show. This is when I was listening to Alex Jones, and it wasn't a highlight of my life, right? And I called the show. I got through. I'm talking to Alex Jones, and I said, I have a great idea, because they were talking about the Federal Reserve. They were talking about, the controllers and, all that stuff. I said, why don't you use your celebrity, Mr. Alex Jones, and lead by example and start with cutting up your credit card. If you, Alex, because at that time, I think he had like 300,000 listeners or 500,000 subscribers or whatever. And this is radio. This is when he had an app on a phone, and you would listen to his show on an app on the phone.
I remember that.
Right. I called this show and I told them that instead of us complaining about the New World Order agenda and all this other stuff, let's destroy all our credit cards. And if you can get 100,000, 200,000 so people to all cut up their credit cards at the same time and withdraw all their money out of all national banks and put them in credit unions. And I know credit union is still a part of that system, but it's a different system, right? And we did that, we would make one hell of a message to the people. I made that suggestion to Alex Jones on air.
Got him.
I think it was 2005. Do you know what he did?
What was that?
He immediately went to commercial. Immediately.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
I swear I got to try to find the clip. He went to commercial. Yeah. He came back and he talked for like 2 minutes about something completely off topic. And because I was on hold the whole time. And then he started talking to me again. And he said, well, I can't leave my bank. I have a lot of business arrangements and this and that and this and that. I think it's a great idea, blah, blah, blah. But some of us, we can't do this and blah, 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 blah. At that point, I dropped Alex Jones. That's how I broke away from Alex Jones. I actually talked to him. And I was a caller. And he told me that he could not do that because all his money in his organization was linked to a specific bank. And he couldn't pull out of that. I said, oh, so you're one of those guys that talk about the New World Order, but you're not willing to lead us truly away from them. If we stop using their credit system, we will cripple the economy.
Yeah.
And they will have to adjust. They will have to address our concerns. Alex Jones didn't want to hear that. He thought I was crazy. He didn't say that, but he just kind of blah, 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 and then blew me off. That's exactly what he did.
You sounded just like him.
So my point, the point I was going to make is what I did personally, I stopped using credit cards back in 06. I haven't had a credit card since 06. I buy everything with a debit card. I don't have any credit cards, not even for emergency. You know, I stash money, you know, I got some money stashed, and I just use debit cards. And I'm with a credit union. I'm actually with USAA.
I'm with
You remember USAA from the military, right?
Yeah.
It's a federal bank, but it's not Chase Manhattan. It's not Bank of America. All those banks that got bailouts, I'm completely disconnected from all of them.
I remember because I was with Bank of America, and the interest rate that I was getting on my my balance, I was like, there's a decent amount of money in here, and so you're saying I only get like 15 cents for that? I'm like, so I started looking around, just shopping around, and I found this one credit union that I mean, I'm with a credit union. They reimburse you for ATM fees, and then they have like a 2% back on your interest. I mean, so it's like in the course of a year, you can make over $100 just off of interest in your account. I've done that a few times. So, you know, credit unions are where it's at. But Bank of America, that was lame. And while we're riffing on banks, one stupid thing. The non-sufficient funds charge. You're gonna charge somebody $25 for not having any money. Like, really?
And
man, I want to slap whoever came up with that, man. I promise. That is stupid. That is so criminal. You're sitting here, you put something in place to take more money from somebody who already doesn't have any money.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
You know who passed that law, who signed that law to do that?
Was it Bill Clinton?
It was Bill Clinton.
That's
Bill Clinton. Yep. Bill did a lot of dirty stuff. Your homeboy. Arkansas connection.
That sucks. That sucks, man.
Yeah, I believe it was Bill Clinton. I'm pretty sure it's
that
Bill.
It's so dirty though. That's so corrupt, man. That's
you just like, low number. You said 25. I've seen it at 38. $38.
Yeah. I mean, though they hit me like that a couple times too. I mean, it was
per transaction. So if you have multiple things, it's 38. Quiet.
Oh, I know. That's how I figured this whole thing out. You know, I had to figure this out while I was in the Army, man. I was a young guy. You know, I used to go gamble. But I was like gambling responsibly. I would make sure all my bills were paid. Then I would go lose my money at the casino that I was sneaking into. Anyway, but there was a point where I got to a point to where I didn't have enough money, and I bought something for like $35 and I only had like $24 in the bank. So I'm 11 in the hole plus another $25. And now I didn't know I was already in the hole, so I'll go, you know what, I think I'm going to catch a movie. Swipe the card, $10.45 plus another $25. So by the time I get back and I go check my bank balance, I'm like 20 years old. I didn't run a bank account before. I didn't know what was going on. So I go check this out. I'm like, what's all this NSF? What does that mean? You know what I'm saying? So Dude, I hate that. I hate that aspect. I got screwed by it. I've had issues, folks. Trust me.
Here's one. When I was in college, right? The credit card companies, and this is in the 80s. So I went to college in 87, right?
Mm-hmm.
The student union building, it would be a table, and it'd be a credit card company representative sitting there, right? And you have a stack of $100 bills. Stack of $100 bills. And now that I think about it, I don't know why we never came up with a scam to snatch the $100 and run, right? But he had on the table, he would have a stack of $100 bills. If you signed up for a credit card, right, and you were instantly approved, they would give you a $100 bill. Broke students like myself, I think my freshman year, I got maybe 5 credit cards. I had a gas card for gas stations. It was Chevron, right? Gas station. And I ain't even own a car.
What?
That's how the scams back then in the 80s was horrible. They would give you credit cards. They would give you money to get a credit card, right? And your limit would be like $200 or $400 or $500 or whatever. And they would give you a $50 bill, $100 bill, and just if you signed up for a credit card. And it was just some predatory kind of stuff. And they had college kids doing this on a college campus.
That's a scam if I ever heard one.
Yeah.
Taking advantage of
it took me years after I graduated to get rid of all those credit cards. I had $500 limit credit card that I didn't have a job. I didn't have nothing. I was just a college kid, right? We would run up the credit card, and by the time I graduated, I owed that credit card company probably about $3,000 or $4,000, and the limit was $500. So when I became a police officer, I had to clean up all my credit, right? I had to pay bills, clean up tickets, and all types. I was sick trying to pay those credit card companies back.
I'm saying
it was crazy, you know, and it was all. That's how it was. I don't think it's that easy now, but back in the day, it was straight predator lending, you know.
But here's the thing, and I heard this other thing, like when if you don't pay on your credit card and all that, and it goes over to a collection agency, essentially what happens is that the collection agency bought your debt, and they're contacting you to see if they can get you to pay them back for the debt that they already paid for.
And they bought
ultimately you can ignore them. Like, that's not my problem.
Absolutely. You never had an agreement with that collection agency. So that collection agency is not entitled to nothing. And actually what you should do is challenge that on your credit report, because when you challenge them, they're going to have to produce the original documentation of the agreement, and they can't. So it's going to get wiped off your credit.
See?
So the best thing that could happen to a person in debt is to let it go to a collection agency. Once you know that, let's say your credit card company gave it to a collection agency, you should be doing backflips. You should be like, yes! Now you ain't got to pay nothing back.
Right.
You ain't got to pay nothing back. As soon as the collection agency gets it, you don't have to pay nothing.
Yeah.
And you challenge it. You challenge all the credit bureaus, and you say, I challenge this debt. It's not mine. It's not real. It's probably fraudulent. You want it off your credit report. That collection agency has to produce the original documentation to say that you had an agreement with them and you never had one with them. People can clean up their credit within 6 months if they got stuff in collection. And the reason I know this, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to dominate this topic. This is
No,
something
go
I deal
ahead.
with. I deal with this all the time because my side hustle is I'm a real estate investor, right?
Mhm.
And what I specialize in is um, special financing, meaning I get people who can't get approved through a traditional bank. I get them into homes without a bank initially. And the way I do that is usually through a lease option purchase. So once we get them in the house on a lease option purchase, we then work on their credit so they can get a bank loan at a um, decent rate. So that's what we do. So
Okay.
so someone who makes enough money, who has a nice down payment, but they got horrible credit, I can get them in their dream house. Within a year, they'll own it outright because I'm gonna show them how to get their credit right. Because once the credit is right, they can go to any bank, and that's when the bank gives them the loan. But so what my team does, we look at their credit reports, and all we're looking for initially, like, please let it be in collections. Because as soon
Right.
as we find something in collections, we challenge it. We challenge it. And then that raises their credit score. And when your credit score get to like 650, 665, bang, go get them a bank loan. Now they can own the house outright. And that's when we get a big payday.
Nice.
Yeah. So I'm sorry, I
Okay.
ain't mean on that rant. It's just when I hear about credit stuff, I get excited.
No, that was good.
Mhm.
That was good. That was good insight. I like how we can just switch off and go in any direction.
My bad. My bad. I don't mean to go.
No, no, it's fine. This is what we do. This is
About
what we do
money,
on the wrap up.
to
We,
me,
we we go all over the place.
that's where the big money is. You know what I mean? That's where the big money is, real estate. If you can give people their dream homes, even if they got bad credit, that's when you make real money.
Cool.
Yeah.
I like it. I like it. So we're over here getting financial advice and whatnot. Oh, my bad. My bad. I was supposed to take a nap before I did stream.
If you tired, man, you tired. We've been going strong.
That's rough times. I promise. I apologize, everybody. I'm out here being rude. Like, all right, I'm back. So anyway, um, you heard about the giant mosquitoes in South Carolina?
I know they do got some down there. But they
No,
found a
no.
one.
Like as a result of Hurricane Florence, there's been reports of there being these mosquitoes that are like 20 times larger than the regular flipping mosquitoes out there. You heard about that one?
Hit 20 times?
Yeah.
Nah, we got pictures, we got evidence.
All right.
You
Let's
know,
get on to this video.
nothing they be just saying.
All right, hold on. Okay. I want to check my sound. I want to make sure that everything's where it needs to be.
I put in the
Okay.
chat, I put a link to my my real estate investment company. So if anybody want to check out our website, you check it out. It's in the chat.
All right. Good stuff. Good stuff. All right. Okay. Hold on.
What, you setting it up still?
All right. So,
Nah, they cut me off. Hold up.
Oh, you got pulled out.
Yeah. They shut my internet down again. I had to reconnect. So I'm back on the main one. So let me cut this one off. Get this one back on. Get on the screen share. Start screen share over here. I was wondering what was going on, or not going on, rather. Okay. Even gonna play this time? Let me see. Refresh. Try it again.
But also the monstrous mosquitoes that are reported to be 20 times larger than normal swarm after the hurricane. Now, I'm also going to be telling you the truth about this and the problem reaction solution, because if you think that this is ordinary and that this is natural, it's time to think again, because this is some real serious biological warfare, folks. But I'm here at the Charlotte Observer that says monstrous mosquitoes 20 times larger Carolinas after Florence. North Carolina has suddenly become a hotspot for some of the largest mosquitoes in the country, known as, quote, mega mosquitoes, due to the rancid puddles left by Hurricane Florence. Now, according to USA Today, it's called an outbreak, and it's described as, quote, bloodthirsty, aggressive, and monstrous pests. Now, this is what they're telling us, that the species is called gallinippers and that it can grow 20 times larger than more common mosquitoes, and it has a sting painful enough to feel as though you've been stabbed, and this is according to Life Science. North Carolinians have been posting reports of them on social media within the past week, including Instagram photos showing a very large smashed mosquito on their fingers. Now, this just gives you an idea of the size of how they look, and I'll be sure to link this in the description box below so you can take a look at it on your own time.
Oh, okay, wait. I just want to stop it right there. That's huge. That doesn't look normal. I don't think it's a result of just these rancid puddles the way that they're saying. I don't think it's like that. You know, we already know that there are these black budget projects that go on behind the scenes wherein they will, you know, make modifications to different things. You know that you know about the cloning centers. You know that they were cloning sheep, cloning pigs, cloning cows. Who's to say that they haven't at the same time weaponized mosquitoes, genetically modified mosquitoes in order to spread disease and all that? I mean, because did that look normal to you? Have you ever seen mosquitoes that big? I mean, I saw some in Alaska that looked like they were kind of that big, but I don't know, man.
Yeah. I mean, those were pretty big. I've seen some big ones too. You're right, man. I mean, I think there is some research out there that show that they have experimented and tried to weaponize mosquitoes, right? With biological warfare and all that stuff.
Yeah. Further along in that video, the guy was talking about how, and listen to this pretzel logic. The Zika virus was supposed to have been combated by one of these alphabet soup agencies from the government by unleashing mosquitoes to fight the Zika virus. When in actuality, the idea that mosquitoes would fight something like that is like the virus could very well be, I don't know, spread through blood contact. And if one mosquito went and sucked blood out of a person that had the Zika virus, and then they flew off somewhere and sucked on someone that didn't have the virus, that they would actually spread the Zika virus a little bit faster. But the official story was that we're going to let mosquitoes out so we can combat Zika.
Yeah, that's what they do.
And
They're
they
gonna
believe
kill
it.
the flu to beat the flu.
Yeah. Yeah, basically.
Right. And how does that work?
Terribly.
Yeah. I haven't gotten a flu shot since I was in the military.
Right. No mid shots. I'm like, nah, I'm good. I'll take my chances. And if I get the flu, I get the flu. It's not going to be because some dude put a needle in me.
Yeah,
Started
so
a guy at the job the other day.
Mosquitoes in South Carolina. Remind me not to go to South Carolina.
Yeah. I'm going to be on the West Coast for quite some time. I'll be here all weekend. Ah, shoot, man. But yeah, like I saw someone say in the chat, and I agree that they used Hurricane Florence as a situation where they could unleash those genetically modified mosquitoes. I don't think those are natural. I don't think those are normal mosquitoes. So yeah, I'm thinking in the cover of all that happening, it was like the perfect opportunity to say, okay, now we got these mosquitoes. Let's go let them out and see what happens. You know, because we don't think like these people. These people I'm referring to is the so-called controllers, the so-called elite. You know, we don't think along the same lines as them. They're sociopaths. They're just insane. These people are monsters. So we wouldn't sit around and come up with ideas of how to kill people more effectively. That's not really what normal folks do. But these folks do that, and they come up with these ideas, and I'd like to think that this one kind of fits right into where they like to play.
Right.
So
yeah. Well, I mean, it goes back to what we talked about earlier. Is their agenda? I mean, maybe the people that's engaged in it, like people in the healthcare industry, right? They're conditioned that they're there to help and help humanity, right? But let's say the tools that they're using and the medications and the vaccines and all this other stuff, they don't make that stuff, right? So you have people that care about people in the medical industry, but the vaccines and stuff may be designed to promote population control. You see what I'm saying? So it's kind of like maybe this kind of stuff, creating these type of mosquitoes and stuff like that, is all to get numbers down. You know, we are having less and less babies now too.
Yeah.
So the families have been broken apart. When people do come together, they don't have no more than one or two children. They're reducing the population strategically. You know, and this could be just another way to do it.
Of course. You know, in so many different aspects with floods, hurricanes, earthquakes, these so-called natural disasters that are actually man-made with, the chemtrails, HAARP, CERN, stuff like that.
Absolutely. So yeah,
it's all sideways, man.
They can't just come out and just do it, and that would create resistance. You know.
Yeah.
But that's how that is. We're going to for a second.
We'll continue. we'll continue to monitor the situation and prepare ourselves as best we can. If you've been paying attention to the political theater, well, then it looks like Kavanaugh is going to be confirmed really soon, because it looked like those remaining Democrats were looking like they were going to, maybe shift it in another direction. And then for folks that call Q or follow Q, there was videos circulating saying that the count was going to be like 53 to 47 to get Kavanaugh on. So I don't know. We'll see what happens.
D,
apparently,
D, you gotta educate me. I don't know none of these people. Ever since Trump came in, I haven't dated nothing.
Well, the Kavanaugh guy, he's the front runner for being appointed the next Supreme Court justice.
Oh, okay. And he's a conservative?
Yes.
Okay.
He's one of Trump's guys, and he's having multiple females coming forward saying that he sexually assaulted him or he groped them or some other stories. None of it seems to be holding water. There's been 3 accusers so far. The most popular one is this Christine Blasey Ford, and there's evidence coming out that she's had ties to the CIA, that she's capable of beating a polygraph. Her story's not coming together as far as what he did to her in this certain instance, because they were supposed to be at this party and there were like 5 other people there, and these 2 boys got her in the room, and Brett Kavanaugh was one of them, and she gave names of all the people who were supposed to be at this small party, but all the people that she named off are saying, I don't remember this at all. They're like, hey, how did you get to the party? She's like, I don't know. Who invited you? I don't know. I mean, it's like she can't remember anything about this whole situation. And then this most recent lady comes out against the guy, and come to find out she's got like ties to George Soros. Something. I mean, it's crazy what's going on out here.
We've been through this already. Clarence Thomas and Anita Hill.
Yeah, I've been hearing those names a lot too.
Yeah, so they just doing the same trick that they did before. And back then, it was all about the pubic hair on the soda can or something.
Oh man, I don't even know the details on that one.
Yeah, it's just crazy. It's games that they play in the media.
Yeah, pretty much. Oh, fake news. But we'll see what it is. But yeah, that's what they've been talking about for the longest, for the last few weeks. This whole situation with Kavanaugh. Man, I'm gonna go ahead and get off of this thing, man, before I pass out on air. Good Lord. It's terrible. It's terrible.
We went, almost 2 hours?
Yeah, just about 2 hours. I'd skip my nap. I usually try to get a 20-minute nap in before we go live. When I'm over here like, wait, I got to find this other video. And then just continue on, but it's all good. Well,
that was a good.
Yeah, that was a good talk. I think that was a good talk, man.
All good.
Pockets of gravity and all that. Good God. Check it out, folks. I spoke with allegedly Dave today, and he'll be on with me on Sunday at noon Pacific time. So I'll be on with allegedly Dave on Sunday.
Not allegedly Dave.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Mr. Dave Murphy.
Yep.
Straight up. Yeah. So yeah, I'm excited about that. I've been trying to get in contact with him for a while, or wanting to do an interview at some point. But yeah, this will be our first time doing a live chat, so I'm amped.
Me and Dave, we bumped heads once. I be bumping heads with everybody. He did a video. What was his video for? I think he was talking about the Bible. And even though I'm not big on the Bible, I know my Bible really, really well, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's because I was raised Christian, right? And he was talking about, what was he talking about? Ham and Seth, and he was talking about the position of the black man in the Bible or something like that.
Yeah.
And I said something, and he got pissed off. It was all in the chat. And I think he thought I was trolling. I'm like, dude, I'm not a troll. I'm just telling you I don't agree with this A, B, and C. What do you think about it? Do you think D and E is possible, right? And he just started preaching the gospel to me. I'm like, okay, bro. All right, you're flat earther, I'm a flat earther. It's all good. I'll back on it. But no, he's cool.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we'll probably be talking about that more than likely on Sunday. So if you want to chime in, and you're welcome to do that.
It's all good. It's up to you.
All right, cool. We'll talk.
I am your Ed McMahon.
Hey, and I appreciate you.
You're Johnny Carson.
Awesome. All right, folks. Well, cool. Thanks for hanging out with us over here at the wrap up. And I put out a couple little videos this week. That a little short one with Cat Bobineau, the scientist. I'm thinking about doing a short remix on Joy Ing, just pointing out how she works for NASA or something. Maybe like not even 3 minutes long, but because people are still posting that Flat Earth crushed by the Discovery Channel. I'm still seeing that people are still tagging me with that. So I'm like, make some short videos just to throw them at these folks, because it happened multiple times this week. So that's why I went ahead and made that video public. I'm like, here. So, but yeah, thanks everybody for hanging out with us. Gonna go ahead and cut this one short. Hope you have a great weekend. Hope you've had a great week. Monday's my birthday. Just wanted to put that out there.
What?
All right.
Yeah. 25, 26 or something?
I know. No. 37, actually. Well, yeah. It's Libra season, so they say. So yeah. I'll be I don't know. I'm thinking about trying to do a meetup on Monday. Actually, get some folks hang out. See what's up. Cool. Yeah, that'd be fun. We'll see. Yeah. I might just lay low, cause just another day typically. But anyway, all right, folks. For the third time, I'm gonna go ahead and cut this one short. Have a good weekend. We'll see you. Be good to each other. Take care of yourself. Stay flat. It's my man, Vegan Warrior, D Marble. Much love to you. Take care. All right, folks.
Keep it flat.